everyone, so today I'm going to be testing out this product for doing DIY lash tinting at home. It's by the brand 1000 Hour, and this is the Blue Black Eyelash and Eyebrow Tinting Kit. I'm just going to be tinting my eyelashes, but they have like a few different brown options, like a black brown, like a light brown I think, or like a medium brown. But I'm just going to be doing my lashes, and hopefully this will work out, and hopefully I don't go blind. It's supposed to have 12 applications in this kit, and I think it was around, I think I paid about anywhere from $10 to $15 on Amazon for this. So the first thing is it comes with instructions, and this is one of those things that I would highly recommend completely reading before doing anything like this. You know, there's a lot of instruction manuals you can skip on, but I think it's really important to read one like this just so you know exactly what you're doing, how much product to use and stuff like that. So don't skip on reading this. And then on the back here there's also a little template for these little eye patches. You can just like trace it onto like paper towel. That's what I did. So I just cut these out. Really super fast and easy to do. All you do is just trace it on, fold the paper towel over a couple times, and then you can just cut it all out in once and you'll have multiple ones. So now it comes in the actual kit. It comes in a little container like this. I'm going to take the lid off, and first it comes with a spoolie mascara brush. Next it comes with the actual dye pigment, so it comes in like a little squeeze tube. Then it also comes with the liquid developer in a glass kind of dropper bottle. It also comes with a white kind of plastic stirring, also kind of like application tool, and then the actual plastic tray that it all comes in has the little mixing area for the product. So the additional things that I have that do not come with this kit is just obviously like paper towel. I have a makeup wipe here. I have some Q-tips on hand just in case I mess something up. I also have a few little cotton pads for removal. I have some like petroleum jelly or Vaseline, and then just a little container of water. So I don't know how well you can see, these are my lashes right now. They're not like the lightest in the world. There's definitely some color to them. They're not completely blonde, but more of the tips of the eyelashes are lighter. So my eyelashes look a lot shorter than they really are. But so this is kind of like the little bit before. So the first step is to make sure that your lashes are completely clean of any makeup or makeup removers or natural oils or anything like that. And it also says to make sure to not use an oil makeup remover. So now it says to add about 1 inch of the product to the mixing bowl. So that is about 1 inch. And then it says to mix 10 drops of the developer. It's kind of hard to get used to how fast the developer comes out of the bottle, so just be careful whenever you are mixing it. And then it says just to mix it all together. So it still looks very liquidy, so I'm just gonna add a tiny bit more of the pigment just because I feel like it's much too watery for it to apply well. Okay, I believe I have mixed it to the best of my abilities. So now I'm supposed to apply Vaseline to the immediate area below and above my lashes. So I'm just going to do that now. It says get as close as you can without getting it into your eye. And then it says to apply it with either brush as if you were applying mascara. So I'm going to try to apply a little bit to the tops of my lashes as well as the bottom. And I'm going to be very careful to not apply this to my skin. So I applied most of it to my top lashes. It seems to be applying okay. It just feels really thin, so it's hard to tell if I've really coated all the lashes super well. So now I'm going to start applying it to my lower lashes. So now I have it applied to my top and lower lashes. Now I'm going to set the timer for 10 minutes. Okay, it has been 10 minutes, so now I am going to take my little cotton pad. I'm going to dip it in some water just to dampen it, and then I'm going to kind of wipe away some of the dye as much as I can so you can see it's coming off. So just kind of lifting up and away from the eye area. I must have to say I'm kind of surprised because I have very, very sensitive eyes, and don't get me wrong, there was like a tiny bit of like sensitivity just on this eye. I think I got it just a little too close on this bottom lash line. It did sting just a tiny bit, but like I really have super sensitive eyes and I'm surprised. My eyes didn't water at all. There's just that little teeny tiny kind of stinging, but overall it wasn't too bad. Of course you have to be very careful not to get this in your eyes, but so far, yeah, it wasn't as what's the word? I was afraid it was just going to kind of like be irritating, but so far it's all good. So now I'm just gonna kind of wipe away the rest of the dye, and I'm gonna remove my little lash shield things. So that's one done. I'll come back in a minute once I have finished removing this eye. So these are the lashes after I have removed everything. When I look at the lashes, I can actually tell that they have been dyed. Like, they look darker and more of a uniform color all the way through from the root to the tip. I liked using it on the top. I'm not so sure I liked it so much for the bottom. I feel like it also did noticeably color the bottom lashes. However, just a little bit more of it tended to get on the skin. So I kind of have this like little bluey kind of subtle line. It's very, very subtle, and if I were to just wear makeup, it like wouldn't be noticeable at all. But I found that it wasn't as I don't know, it wasn't as dark on the lower lashes. Maybe it's just because I have a lot finer lashes on the bottom, but overall it did definitely tint all of the lash hairs. As far as staining around like the skin or anything, I don't really see any spots where it where the dye stained. I do have like really veiny eyelids, but none of that is from the actual tint product. Overall, I still think it's a very subtle difference like from the before and after, but I definitely do see that it did work. It did tint, it did make a difference in the lashes themselves. It doesn't like look like I'm wearing mascara when I'm not. It just looks like I have darker lashes, which is of course the purpose of the product. It says you can reapply this once every 4 to 6 weeks, so whenever like the lashes, you know, naturally fall out and you kind of grow new lashes and stuff, you can redo them and tint them. Overall, I like it. I think the product did exactly what it said it was gonna do. I still think the overall result is pretty subtle, but I think that's just kind of how it goes, and I think that the product worked pretty well. I also think the product was pretty reasonably priced, and like I said, I think there are like a few different color combos that you can get. If you do get like the ones that are more of like a warm tone brown and it matches your hair color, you could in theory do a brow tint as well. So I don't have any colors like that I can test this on, especially since I do have the blue black color, so I can't really test and see if that, you know, how that works, but that might be something in the future if I ever repurchase one of these. Overall, I give it a thumbs up. I think it worked pretty well, so for a buy or buy, I give this a buy. Just you want to be always very careful whenever you're doing anything like this with chemicals near the eyes. Of course, read all the instructions, take your time. This is not something that you want to just like slap on and try to rush. Really take your time with this. Like I mentioned, the only little spot that I had a slight like tingly kind of stinging sensation was on this side on the lower lash line, and I think that's because I like applied it a little too close inward, but this eye I didn't have any sensitivity at all, and I have pretty sensitive eyes, so I'm surprised at that. But overall, I think it worked pretty well. I would definitely use this product again, you know, in like 4 to 6 weeks and see how long it lasts, and if there's like anything weird with my lashes or anything after using this. But overall, I'm pretty impressed and I like this so far. I will show you how much I have left over. So this is all of the kind of like dye color and the developer that I have left. I think that you could, if you are doing a color and you're doing your lashes and your brows, I think that doing the 1 inch with the 10 drops would probably be enough for both. But if you're just doing your lashes, I would say do half. Do like 1/2 inch and 5 drops, because this was a lot of like leftover. I feel like I could do like you know, a whole nother set of lashes with this. So that is it for my first impression review of the 1000 Hour Tint Lash Tinting Kit. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram, link is below. And until my next video, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.